time well, I'm pretty positive this is the first time I've went live in this new shop. Welcome to everybody. So tonight I'm doing some costume work. It's me, Nick, and Devin. I don't know where Devin went. She's probably outside sitting by her car. That's where she was last night. So who knows? Right now I'm ripping up a pair of pants right here on the table. I just did this hat. Hello Taylor, how you doing? I'm gonna be painting these gloves. I've got this hoodie here that I just ripped up that I'm gonna be painting. Got a bunch of costumes over there to paint, and then later on I'm gonna be doing some centerpiece stuff. I guess I could show you that real quick. So I'm getting married on Saturday, so that's cool. Hello, Mimi. So I've been making centerpieces. This is one. It's all like Mickey Mouse. I made a sketch of Mickey, some drawing pencils, and some film reels. And then, hello, cobwebs and candlesticks. Over here, we've got Haunted Mansion, or sorry, the Tower of Terror. So I made this. I painted it. I think I did a pretty good job. And Amanda made this hat, like a bellhop hat, like they wear in the attraction. Then this one over here, right here, I'm working on. This one in the Tower of Terror, I'm going to be doing webcasting on in a bit. So I'm waiting on Stefan to show up here with one more piece so that I can put it on there and it's done. Then I can spray cobwebs all over it on that one and this one over here. So that's something else that I'll do tonight. You hate webcasters. I'm sorry. They're a useful tool, man. Coming soon, I'm gonna do a tutorial on how I make this little guy. This is what we use for ripping up costumes. Not a belt sander, not any of that stuff. What do you use for ripping up costumes? Tell me in the chat. Hopefully I see the comments. Just buy a curry comb. What is a curry comb? Is that one of these? Horse brush? Curry comb is that thing. Yep. Yeah, we use that. So I went through like everything. When we started the company, we went through all kinds of stuff. So like people said use a belt sander, and that can work, but it takes a long time. And I don't enjoy the way it looks, so I don't like to do that. We've used rasps, we've used cheese graters, we've used other kinds of rasps. This is a dog brush. We use this sometimes. Hello, what's up, Vic? How you doing, my man? And then we do use these sometimes. These are good, but I find they don't beat this. This is a shredder tool. So horse hoof rasp. I'll have to check that out. The belt sander to me doesn't create really good, like a lot of good holes.
Because he doesn't do it right. I
Really
use belt sander.
I don't agree. So this is a shredder tool. And I'll show you guys how I make it in a video coming soon. show you what it does. So I'll show you this part of these pants that are clean right now. So yeah, pretty much it is just a hole saw kit that's all stacked. It has a bolt and washers. We made these old ones that were nice because they clicked into a base, and then we actually epoxied them in there, but they kind of sucked to use. They hurt your hand. So then we took a piece of EVA foam mat and just kind of epoxied it around it. Makes a nice kind of grip. But basically, like if you look at this section of pants, there's a few holes here, but not really. And then I work on those. That quickly, you get that. Nice ripping up stuff. We liked the new shop a lot, man. We're in it right now. It's cool because it's a place that's just dedicated to HHP. I'll give you a tour actually right now. So yeah, this isn't like, so for a long time, well, for the entirety of HHP, we were in a shop that was crammed into the haunted house makeup and costume room. It just made sense because that's where we already were. So we just kind of started working there. Well, we had to move out of that old building. So we found this space for HHP. So we've kind of set it up in a fashion where you walk in here. This is like your main door. Sorry, I'm getting orders that keep popping up on the screen. But main door. Right here is what I call primary, as well as here, because this is the primary area that everything kind of starts at, except for our costumes. But this is where we keep all of our molds. We've got more racking coming soon that'll go all here. But this area, right now it's a mess because we just moved over everything else from the haunt. We're still kind of getting moved in, but we do all of our molds and stuff here, all kinds of pouring, all that stuff. So primary, mixing foams, mixing epoxies and resins and whatever else, all of our pouring molds, all that stuff happens here. So then you bring it over, turn this around. So here's our pig mold. Mold rack, more molds over there. Right here you've got storage. So you've got materials all here, latex, that's foam. These are resins, silicones, that's more foam, clay, and plaster. You've got all drills and horns, flashlights, more stuff that we use for making stuff, some ed heads up there. All kinds of just odds and ends. We've got some brushes, Christmas stuff, eyeballs, different things all around that we use for making scary stuff. Large garage door, which I enjoy having. We actually have one on both sides, but we've kind of closed that one off as of like yesterday, just because, see, it won't stay like that because those lockers will end up at the haunted house, but for right now, there they are. So over here, you've got kind of like the workshop. The bench grinder we use for making spark gloves and stuff. The drill press, extension cords up here, extra air hoses, all of our tools and stuff are over here, the chop saw. This is all for electrical work, working on clown horns and different stuff. Sort of just another kind of project table here. This is secondary, so this is where stuff comes for trimming masks and strapping, ripping up any costumes. This is where costumes actually come and hang. So if they need to be any tea stained or dyed or anything ripped up, they hang here. And then once they are ripped up and ready to paint, they hang here. And then we move it over to paint. So you've got all of our spray paints are over here. We've got spray guns and stuff all on that rack, all kinds of dyes, inks, our filters, our sponges for doing rub outs and stuff. These hooks here hang bodies. We have a bunch of airlines ran off of our airhead here that runs over, but you've got masks here that are ready to base as well as some that are ready to paint. And then you've got, again, like all our guns that we use for all of our basing and stuff, as well as our costume painting. Here we've got all kinds of dyes. We use these on costumes. Squirt bottles and bloods, chip brushes, snow, inks, whole bunch of paint that needs to be organized. Here's more. This is all airbrush, latex mix paints, all our mask paints and stuff up here and here. Leather dyes, antiquing gels, shellacs. These are all acrylic paints that we use for mixing. These are actually empty. Alcohol that we use for rub outs. Here you've got the airbrushing stations where masks come to be actually finished. The drying rack is here, so all of this stuff, like all these are ready to go get their like next part, either spray paint or whatever. This mask is actually done. It's waiting on some gloves for that guy. Very cool. This was one of the first masks that I did a rub out on and then came back. So I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. It gave it a lot of unique kind of paint. So snowman there. Really going for one season. Yeah, our clown horns were a huge hit. I mean, there's like a whole bunch here, and like there's just a whole list of them that we have to make. Over here is our finishing area where we do hair, horns, any extra stuff, hand stitching, stuff like that. We do all our blood work over here. And then they come over here, take a picture before they go back by the door to go outside. So that's how that works. This is our little office space. Hello.
Leave me alone. I'm hungry.
So this is our office space where we've got a nice place to eat. It stays pretty clean in here. We don't do any like haunted house work in here, but these are all the extra bodies from Transworld. We just have on hand. Meatloaf Monster's chilling over there. The job list up on there. Everyone has their own kind of space. So fridge is stocked. It's a good time. Anyway, let's get back to it. That is the shop. That is the new HHP space. The main thing that's not up right now, which we've got HHP stuff here. We've got a big banner. It's 20 feet wide that I'm gonna hang up here, so that we've got our name in the shop. I think that's cool. So anyway, let's get back to it.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
That there. I'm gonna brush some mask latex like that. That's where that big foam spot was.
Okay.
And I'll see that up. What do we want to do with that? I don't want to trim that out. That's
You don't have to. We'll just
Dremel it out.
yeah, dremel it out.
Okay, I'm gonna put that mask latex on there first. So I did the same thing on his hand, trimmed his hand down,
That'll,
and then, same thing with that big knob. Right there.
that'll work. Cool. Thank you guys who dropped likes. I appreciate it. Do you have more room here than you did in the last space as far as working on stuff? Yeah. Yes and no. Because the other place, I mean, it was a whole haunted house. So I mean, if we had to use more space, we can move. So the difference was it was set up and built as a haunted house, not as a production house. This place is a production house. All we do here is HHP stuff, so we don't have to worry about. We've got a makeup class tomorrow that has to come in, so we have to clean up or shit like that. So everything here is for HHP. And Cobwebs asked if we're out of our building. Yes. We're moving out of there. We're working on buying a new property, so we'll own it, and we're moving to open a screen park. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Nuts? Why am I nuts? I'm just sitting here eating mac and cheese, bro. I was on the floor because I was heating it up in the refrigerator. The microwave. I was heating up in the microwave, and the microwave's on the floor. Thanks. I got bit by a cat in the haunted house because I'm an idiot. And then I got the rabies vaccine, and now I'm on hella antibiotics, so I have to eat or I start. Bye. All getting painted the same way? Am I doing dyes on it, or is it
No,
just black?
just black. Hello, Logan. Hello, Nutsack Jones.
What's up, Nutsack Jones? How you be?
It's good to see you too, Logan. So, what's a good scary movie that you guys have watched recently? Or not a good one, just a scary movie? I've watched a couple in the last few days. I don't know, Vic, man. I don't like what I get out of a belt sander, so that's just why I don't use it. Also, if it grabs it, your costume is gone, and possibly your belt sander too. I used it a few times, and if you're not holding it perfect, it just grabs your costume and eats it up. So that sucks. So, make awesome stuff, especially Master Mahan after myself. I'm planning on doing an all-year-round haunted attraction. Thank you, Logan. We take pride in our stuff. Cobweb said The Notebook, it was horrifying. Logan said the new Saw, he loved it. Yeah, man, I watched that one too. It was all right. It didn't. I feel like it was predictable. And I don't know. I feel like the guy had no reason. Spoilers. I feel like the guy had no reason to do what he did in a Jigsaw fashion. Like I feel like the story didn't have anything to do with Saw. Like it was your basic crime drama with jigsaw traps. I did like how they went back to where, like, all those victims had the ability to escape. That was cool. I was happy about that. Because I feel like other ones, like once the Saw movies got kind of later on, it was like, you can escape, but you have to chop your own head off. It's like, wow, this is going to be great. My brother and I just ordered ourselves a clown tailcoat and a pair of dress pants. Can't wait to get them. Awesome, Anthony. Yeah, I saw your order like just come through. In the tall grass, definitely spooky. Whatever that means. So far, I have good luck with the belt sander so far, but could change anytime soon as I get some knuckles up in there. Yeah. So. Yeah, cobwebs exactly. Skin knuckles for sure. Yeah, Mimi, I'm excited about the new Conjuring. The old horror movies like Frankenstein and The Bride of Frankenstein, also Invisible Man. Excellent. I don't think that the Conjuring movies are predictable. So, you just ordered the box set of Universal Monsters. I've got something kind of like that. The house that Jack built. It's kind of potential artsy, but it's interesting. I started watching it. I haven't watched all of it yet. I started watching it, watched maybe a quarter of it. Not really, but your favorite horror film is Terrifier. You met one of the actresses. That's cool. Yeah, Terrifier's. It's good for being on Netflix. I enjoyed it. I mean, it's a gore porn for sure. I mean, I guess it's nice to see a new slasher movie. I think, like, what makes slasher movies scary, like that one, is that it could happen to anyone. Like, I've said forever. Okay, here's what I love about the new Halloween. Halloween 2018. There's a part, and it's when Michael Myers just got to Haddonfield. And he's walking down a street. He like turns right, walks in a house, and just immediately just murders a person for no reason. Goes to the next house, murders another person. Then he leaves, and it's like that is scary to me. When you look at so you watch Halloween. You don't know till Halloween 2 that Laurie Strode is his sister. So when you were watching the original Halloween in theaters, this is just a crazy man breaking into houses and murdering people on Halloween for no reason. Not necessarily after Laurie Strode, he's just killing random people, and that's scary. That's that idea that you didn't travel into a strange area of Texas. You didn't take a back road to travel around highway traffic. You didn't go to a camp and use alcohol and whatever else. You were just minding your own business, and a motherfucker came in and stabbed you up. That's scary. So in Terrifier, it's kind of like that. Those girls were just in a restaurant, and he walked in, and I think that's scary. The fact, like I said, you didn't ask for that. I have a hard time when people ask for what they get. When you're like, let's go in the haunted house at night, and then you get murdered. Well, I don't feel bad for you. So, let's see. So, new Conjuring looks good. Yeah, I agree. I'm going to order the butler and maid costume. Excellent. I'm excited as well. You might get the maid outfit for the doll mask. Yeah, that could be cool. Some good slashers and some bad ones. There's a lot of bad ones. A lot. John Carpenter was a mad genius. Interesting. See, now, there's an argument to be made that John Carpenter is not a master of horror. I don't know. Because I thought he didn't want to make horror movies. He wanted to make Halloween. And then after that, I thought he made Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. On that, we're going to use a bunch of inks and stuff. So just wait, I'll take care of that part. Get the other parts of that so we can send it out. The carnival marker.
Oh, that goes with that?
On the table, yeah. There's a bow tie there too. So Wrong Turn is good. It's kind of a trope. The Fog. The Thing, yeah, that is good. Birmingham, Alabama sounds about right for here. They're finding dead chicks in holes and in backyards, abandoned buildings. That's fucked up. The Sinister movies are really good. Yeah, they were. I thought, like, the first one was cool. Thought the whole, like, the end of it was, like, kind of dumb. Where it's like, there's a very specific formula that you have to follow, and then he murders you. Like, you have to move into a house. You have to find a box of tapes. You have to watch them and be haunted. Then you have to move again. Then you die. That's just strange to me. The Thing is great. Yeah. Thank you, Logan. Take it easy. The Witch. Man, The Witch is okay. I started rewatching that because I watched it the first time and it was just boring. But I mean, I don't know. I have to rewatch that. Very end, The Purge. They came up with this one idea of what if on one day all crime was legal? You could kill anyone that you wanted. And they have milked that for like 6 movies and a TV show. It seems pretty, the formula seems pretty easy. Like, they said, okay, one house, high neighborhood, you have, their neighbors are angry at them, and you've got a scary mask. And that was The Purge 1. The Purge 2, they said, bigger scale. Let's go to a town or a city and see what it's like when you purge there, surrounded by all kinds of people, lower income, you don't have these giant gates and stuff, and you're just out to do your own thing. Here's another scary mask. That's the one where it was like a white mask, and it said God on it. And then they're like, all right, everyone hates Trump, the Purge election year. They said, you know what? Uncle Sam and the fucking Statue of Liberty, they made a plot about assassinating the president. And now they're like, all right, in-town stuff is old. We're going to go to the country. And it looks like that's what this new one's about. Oh, yeah, and they said, the first purge, how did it start? And in that one, I think it was just like a dude on meth who was crazy, just stabbing people the whole time. Jeepers Creepers, that one's interesting. Jeepers Creepers was good. It's hard to watch it now that the guy that made it is like a child fucker. So I don't tend to agree with people who molest children. So that's why Jeepers Creepers 3, which is actually Jeepers Creepers 2, didn't go to any theaters because he went to prison for child porn and stuff. The Cotton Dude? What Cotton Dude? Just like Jared from Subway. Cotton Studios. I don't know about that. I don't know what that is. Alright. So those are done. Let's get this stuff painted up. You want to do, since you've got the black guns, those are ordered and late, so they need to go. I'm just telling you what's next. So those pants, and then if you want to do the black on these two, and that stuff, I'll start with the dyes. Blood. I'm going on an adventure over to the paint land. Take it over here. Just like that. Alright, so I'm going to be hitting these with some dyes. This comes off a reference image that the guy sent us of his old costume. He's just, I guess he's like grown out of it, so he wants us to make him a new one. So I'm going to be hitting this with a bunch of dyes and then a bunch of blood. So that's what we're going for. Just throw some gloves on. She was there 2 weeks ago at Greensboro. Nana will be here later. Okay. All right, I'm gonna mix up some dye because I need some red. Why? So I'm using a scarlet Rit dye.
That's the one. That's the one. Come on. That's the one.
Nice. He posts in Hunter's Hangout. What the fuck? Well, let's kick him out of Hunter's Hangout. All right. Go in there. These two things can go in there. We're gonna put some water in that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. Oh shit. Are you gonna eat your food? Oh, I was gonna say. Alright, got my red here. Now I'm gonna actually do the red last. I've got This is what I use for like sweat stains and stuff. It's kind of a yellowy brown. It comes out real yellow when you do it. And this is more of a brown. Comes out pretty brown. Spray that on there. And this one, I think this is black. No, not black. I don't know what that is. We'll find out. We'll spray some on me. You'll be alright. So I'm going to start with this yellow color gloves. I'm going to start with gloves. All right. Check comments before I get my hands dirty. Nice shop. Thank you. It's really attracting to see sex offenders who try to slip their way back to the normal world. Well, my brother's game too. Nothing happened to me, but he did to someone very close to me. Cops just kind of brushed it off. Are we hiring? We're not hiring yet. Where do you live at? I know that sounds weird, but do you live around Northwest Indiana? Where do you live? I'm just going for an overall grossness with this. So I'm going to put yellow basically all over it, like it's just sweaty and just gross. And then we're going to come back with some brown, bring it down. Some of whatever that other color is to see what it does. And then some red to go over top of the whole thing, because his costume was basically just covered in blood, so he wanted us to recreate that. So I am, but I'm just going to do it more than just covering it in blood. We're going to put artificial age on it. We're real heavy in those armpits, and then we do this, create like a neck of sweat. Get that good look. So now, yellow and gross. Coming with this brown. I just put that on the
That's good. He lives in North Carolina.
Yeah, that's pretty far away.
You put the costume in a dryer.
What?
You put the costume in a dryer.
Right away? No. One drop. If I had a dryer hooked up here, I probably would, especially when it's this wet. But it's hot here right now, so it dries on its own pretty well. See what this does. We're just doing a small test batch. Okay. So that's kind of a yellow look. Kind of like a lighter brown. Alright, try this red. Oh, that's a good red. That's a good blood red. I really like this red.
So are you supposed to wash / clean your hunt costumes? Said Saucy Skunk.
Oh, you can. What I tell everyone, you can. If you have a costume that has any type of fake blood on it, and you wash it, and it has any kind of white in your costume, that white is now pink. So keep that in mind. Many haunt costumes are not made to be machine washed. Many haunt costumes, you gotta like use disinfectant spray on them. These aren't clothes, so unfortunately you're sweating them much more than you sweat in your actual clothes, but you have to take more care, like hand wash your haunt costumes sometimes.
Put them in the dryer for 10 to 15 minutes to heat set them, then wash them. They said Ritz green dye is really strong too. And then Mimi said, kind of a random question, what do you look for in actors during auditions?
All I look for in actors is, are you willing to do what I tell you to? And what I ask you to is, do something stupid. I want to see, are you afraid of doing what I ask you to, and can you take instructions? That's it.
Got a quick question. Are we leaving that door open with the heater on? Because I think those will be counterproductive at some point.
Probably turn the heater off.
What heater? The big heater?
It just kicked on.
Oh,
Which means I'm going to roast in my little corner.
Turn that off. So,
Unless you want to make that like 350,
there's
then
that.
we'll go into a discussion.
covered in blood. It doesn't even have any blood on it yet, so that's cool. Yeah, because anything else I can teach you. If you're too afraid to do anything, I can't. It takes a lot to get you to start to do something. I can teach you how to scare. I can teach you how to improv. I can teach you how to have a character. If you're just frozen in a corner, it's hard to work with you. So, all right, I'm going to go hang this up on the drying rack. We can put something else on this.
You're welcome.
Those colors on it are fucking cool.
Should've just gotten a red shirt.
No, definitely not. Because you definitely have yellows and browns and reds and whites coming through. That is a good fucking paint job on the costume.
That's nice. Good job. Boy beans.
Hey, Lori. Hey, did you guys ship that Pronghorn? The one that I brought home today? Did you add a charger to it?
No, we didn't ship it yet, but yes, and you should probably take a charger home anyways and replace it.
Thank you. So now I'm waiting for her to get the rest of the stuff hit with base coat so I can come back and do the rest of the dyeing. While that stuff dries over there, so I need to find something else. Yeah? Alright, Hunter.
Lost his pants. What's up? Some pants. Oh, I don't know how to move this fancy new stand. It's no. I don't know. I'm not gonna touch that. Yeah, I know. I don't really give a fuck. This takes a lot of PSA. I can't reach the thing.
What's that? What do you need?
I need to be turned down. What's it at?
100.
No, like 40. Be like that sometimes. Oh, it's so much better. I'm not blowing the costume off of the body as I'm trying to paint it. Can't reach that thing.
Give me a quick squirt. You're about 40, 50.
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
Hi, gorgeous.
Hello, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you gotta see my new red. Oh, so are you, gorgeous? How you been, babe? You're awake. Better than not being awake. You're still alive. We almost never started going home. We almost started going to the first and I think. Yeah, we did. Huh? Oh, what? And? And? Are we doing anything fun? Nick came on the- Was it good for you?
Nice.
Okay.
Just lays there.
My heater's still open. No, the door was open, so it's not really a point. Warm up and then come back over here. Welcome to the new HHP. Oh, this is like our storage? No, this is our company working on stuff, right? Oh. Very nice, very nice.
That's cool. Yeah, the air system's all wacky up there. 'Cause it's new. How you guys tonight? How's your night going? You too. Oh, that's how you move it. Oh, oh.
And a
It's
month.
fancy.
Seven. Did you ever hear back from the flow?
I don't think so.
He said yes, it looks great. He just wants it darker.
Oh, yeah,
He
that's
wants
right.
it painted. And I
Yeah.
said, that's fine. So do that.
I'll do the other one.
So, are we going to meet you in here tonight? You got excuses.
Oh my twitchy witchy girl. You are so very nice.
Pinky
I
Spearman.
give you lots of cream. I give you lots of ice cream. I give you lots of sugar and I give you lots of hugs. I'll never give you slimy things with loads and loads of bun. Beans. Hey, did you guys hear or see that I went viral on TikTok for incest? I got like 2 million views. I got like 13,000 followers and it's super cool. Not really. I post the same stuff and I still don't get any likes, but it was cool for the second that I was a little viral. Done. This outfit's done. Does this need blood?
I don't know.
This pivot thing is so much more smooth. I don't have to move the phone, so I don't have to worry about it falling out and hitting the ground and give you guys ear rape anymore. So that's good. Oh, wet. It's so wet. Beans. Justin's over there painting something, and I have to go check if this needs blood. I love my dog. Thank you. He's perfect. There's Justin is there. There you go.
Hey Aiden, how you doing?
Oh, look, it opened door.
My workspace is clean.
Thank you, Nick.
I got some stuff.
know what? I'll have some cake in here.
You gotta be out there, what, 7?
Yeah, I know. You get off work and go out to dinner.
Okay.
A lot of pink.
Then we start pulling the cake off and put it all upstairs. Okay. And then maybe to trigger Tony to say that she's donated our costumes. Like I said, I'll have my thing with me tomorrow, so you can be like, oh, where are you getting that costume? Yeah. So, yeah. Alright. I heard all of you. Have a good night. You too, Goody. Love yous.
Take it easy.
You too, honey.
She's so tall and pretty. When she walks around that corner, I don't know why my first thought was that's a bad person and we're in trouble. I was like, either she owns this built. Like, I don't know why my first thought was like scared of her. Let me just spray it real quick. It doesn't need blood. It's all done.
More dies.
Oh, almost. Less than half.
Burning.
Yes, Mom.
Burning.
Stingy. I can't really smell that well, but I can smell it. Are you done with these? Like, spraying them that color?
Yeah.
You want to use that color on this sweater? That you spray them now?
I got it. So.
Don't you want to start doing the dyes and the other stuff while I do that?
Don't do that.
When was it? I don't even know. It was fun. Sorry, I'm not as entertaining as Justin is.
That's what happened to Wedding, right?
The whole ball. Slide over some so I don't spray. Like the whole thing. So I didn't do as much on these pants because the shirt goes under the sweater. So these aren't as bloody and nasty, but they'll still get that heavy blood on them. So I do hat, gloves, and the sweater. Now, since this is gray instead of white, it's not going to take a lot of the colors, at least the lighter ones as well. But we're going to do it anyway. Get it on. So once that dries, I'll put some blood on it. Well, a lot of blood on it, but anyway. See you later, cobwebs and candlesticks. Yes, it is a lot of red, but that's what the customer wants. All right, well, I'm going to hop off here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'm just now tuning out. You stay scary.